What's up, baby? Yo, what on you lot? Myself Ray back again with some more British content. Yeah, we're back on Trend Central. Yeah, large up Trend Central. We got Hot Desk season 2, episode 6. A lot of people have CV for McDz but apply for city jobs. What? Yeah, meme. That's cheeky, bro. Let's get some context in it. Yeah. Okay. Get out of here. Hot desk. What's hot desk?
One thing that I keep seeing on social media everywhere now is what women bring to the table. Like, I feel like it's becoming a bit toxic. I don't even understand why men are so pressed about this question now. Like,
why not?
But why are you so pressed though?
Because the time we live in is women just demanding.
Man like Lucas.
Girl, fly me out, ice me out, bro, nigga, give a fuck about nigga. That's what we are constantly being fed, and it's all these conversations about men not doing enough, men need to do more. You know, there'll be a debate about what's that silly bag, Birkin. Yeah, we're talking about things that a lot of people can't even achieve themselves, and unfortunately, a lot of women are constantly saying they're projecting, they say men need to do this, men need to do that.
Shit,
but half the time
Lani's
we're
here.
saying, okay.
Oh, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be, how long is this thing? 32 minutes. Let's go.
What can you actually do for yourself? And I always say, like, it's interesting because women kind of pick the best bits of the past to bring to the future. They pick and choose when to be traditional.
What the fuck? How did you just come out with that, fam? What?
Women kind of pick the best bits of the past to bring to the future.
Okay, bar.
They pick and choose when to be traditional. Oh, well, a man's a provider, But then in another breath, it's, oh no, I'm an independent woman. I'm a da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? I do my thing. So it's like, which one is it? So if you are this boss bitch in independent enterprise, I need to buy you a Birkin.
You're a boss bitch, but you don't need to spend your own money. Spending someone else's money is funner. You're a boss bitch, but you don't need to spend your own money. Spending someone else's money is funner.
It's fun now.
Yeah.
For now. It's the same person that's saying for now. We'll come and be trying to look for a
I
rich.
can earn money, but I don't need to spend my own.
So what are you earning money for?
What are you talking about?
I can earn money, but I don't need to spend my own.
So
I can earn money, but I don't need to spend my own. Cool, I'm gonna let you walk.
what are you earning money for?
Just daving it for fun, innit? What are you talking about?
Like, I like having my own level of independence in it, but like, obviously, if you meet someone that will, it's all about how someone compliments your table. When someone says to me, what you're bringing to the table is how I'm going to compliment you, because what Lani brings to the table might be something that might not be what you want, and vice versa with Lucas. So I might bring.
But at least Lani will give you 10 bags. Lani will let you take finance something in her name, and that's a big thing for a lot of men.
How does that person compliment you? It's really like, you should really, like, as a boss, you should have your own shit. Because I feel like,
what? He chucked the wickedest smoke out of the blue, fam. What? Look at me, just sat back.
He will let you take finance something in her name, and that's a big thing.
That is banter. Top notch.
For a lot of men.
how does that person compliment you? It's really like, you should really, like, as a boss, you should have your own shit. Because I
feel composer though.
Compliment you. It's really like, you should really, like, as a
no
boss, you
smoke.
should have your own shit. Because I feel like if you don't have your own shit and you're living off people, then you're a bum. So like, whether you're female or a guy. So if you've got your own shit and then you've got, and then you, whatever.
Yo, who's this brother, fam? He's with all the smoke. Yeah.
So like, whether you're female or a guy. So if you've got your own
rude.
shit and then whatever you then bring to the table should complement vice versa. So any person that, so for me, I'll ask the same question, but for me, it's how this guy could simplify my life, how this man is going, not just financially. And I think that's the only thing that pisses me off about.
Simplify your life?
Like, simplify my life. Why would you want to because why would you want someone to complicate your life? Don't make no sense.
I didn't say. I just asked you why.
Okay, simplify my life. Okay, in a sense.
Hold on, sorry. That
Okay.
there that you just did is
Okay.
no problem. I asked you a very simple question. Why?
Okay, in a sense.
Hold on, sorry. That there that you just did is no problem.
Ooh, man called her the fuck out, B. What? Are you crazy? Hold on.
I asked you a very simple question. Why?
I'm sorry,
you
my
need a guy
brother.
to simplify your life?
Look at the way she apologized. She knew she went off for no reason.
And you just attacked.
I am
And
sorry.
it's about the guy and
Oh,
you know
shit.
how negative we are.
No.
Why-
I
I'm not
love you.
saying
I
you
love you,
particularly, I
Kings.
just use
I
that
love you.
example.
But I'm just saying,
look how she's folded.
simplifying in every. What I don't like, the wave of females, and I don't like when people generalize females, women. That pisses me off because like we're all different. So for me,
Sorry, but why aren't men allowed to be pissed off when women generalize men? But sorry, please carry on. Your stage is yours. Just want to say that.
Oh
Right,
shit, these
anyways,
niggas
for
are
me,
swinging
it's not
blows,
just how
man.
people add on financially, because sometimes we just focus on the finances, yeah. But it's mentally, spiritually, how someone, because at the end of the day, money comes and goes.
Yeah.
So if you're with your partner, let's say for example you're a businessman, yeah, and whilst I'm with you, all I'm doing is shopping. I'm not. Let's say for example you haven't actually taken your time to also teach me about your business, because if something goes down, let's say for example you have a car accident or anything like. Who's holding it down for the family? Do you get what I mean? So for me, like, it's a vice versa thing, innit? So it's like you have to be mentally and spiritually compatible with me, innit?
I think you're totally right, and I think in the normal world, just in the real world, that's what everyone looks for. But you know, it's so interesting. You said it's like, well, if you got a business, teach me about your business, and that's what everyone talks about. Teach me. I went on Hinge, and girls are like, I want guys who have financial freedom who can teach me about stocks. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Why do you want me to shut the fuck up? Furthermore, yeah. Freedom who can teach me about stocks. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Why do you want me to shut the fuck up? Furthermore, yeah. How about he's just a fucking plumber?
Why?
How about that?
Why?
How about he just
Oh
works?
shit.
No.
I met so many girls, yeah. I remember one girl, she goes, I like fine dining and I like...
What's wrong with that?
Excuse me, I will tell you why. I was like, what do you I like fine dining. What do you do? You work part-time in Tesco. Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Like,
Can I speak?
no, when I'm done,
Let him go,
because like, oh, what car do you drive? What car do you drive?
You
Word.
could have
No,
been
excuse
you.
me. This is the
What?
problem. The problem is, look, Lani, you get money.
Yeah,
Regardless-
my man is coming with it. He's with all of it, blood.
You could have been
No,
you.
excuse me. This is the problem. Yeah,
could
the
have
problem
been.
is, look, Lani, you get money. Regardless of what these people might think, you get money. You do your thing. You've been in a position.
I don't
where,
want to be cheated on.
Okay, you get money, but my point is, yeah, you are
I'm trying to take it all in before man speaks too tough. You get me?
someone like you. Regardless, okay, let me just break it down real, yeah. Your online persona, you've got the ZZ Mill syndrome. Your online persona precedes you, and some people will now think lesser of you because of the way you speak online and stuff. But what they don't understand is that you lot are actually hustlers. That you lot get your money, you lot do your thing. That in itself allows you to. Your asking price, what you actually want.
Oh, is that right? What is Lani a whole hustle? Yeah. So you're just chatting worse to chat worse for the attention. Is that what it is? Car. Yeah, he's right. Still, her public persona, bro. You just think she's a donut, fam. You just think she's tapped and just moving the maddest. But I get that is a tactical play. Obviously, you gain the attention, gain the then monetize it. You get me? But still, it's just not a good look, I guess. But I guess that's to the consumers, isn't it? So I heard that though. I heard that this guy's spitting still.
You can
I was
actually
gonna say that.
hustlers, like you lot get your money, you lot do your thing. That in itself allows you to.
I hope she's a hustle, man, because I hope that girls aren't there like that crazy and tapped.
Your asking price, what you actually.
But that's what I'm saying, man, bro. TV, all of these public, bro, is so different from people in our real life. You get me? So you have to know how to differentiate the two.
One, you can.
I was
actually-
gonna say that.
You can actually match to a degree if you take away your online persona as a woman and what you do for yourself. You can actually make certain demands and someone can't really question you. There's a lot of girls who all they do is
right?
make the demands. Let's just simplify it. A lot of people have CV for McDonald's, but they're applying for city jobs.
Oh,
No, but you're not gonna get.
Can I explain? No.
I like this buddy in that. Hey, he's talking and he's talking it in a mad finesse. I fucks with it.
But they're applying for city jobs. Why?
No, but can
A
I
lot
Sensational.
of people have CV for McDonald's, but they're applying for city jobs.
You know that one? Perfect. You know that cheese.
Why?
No, but
You're
Sensational.
not gonna get.
Can I explain? No, because you guys,
You know
because
like
you
that.
guys are forgetting something.
Okay.
Sorry. A man's currency is his money and his finances.
Currency is money, full stop. but
Okay,
please-
A man's currency is his money. How are you talk about? Hey, Danny, didn't even let it slide, fam.
a man's currency is his money and his finances.
Currency is money, full stop. but
Okay,
please
but a
continue.
man's currency in the dating pool is his money, his height, things of that nature. Do you understand?
Your
a
height,
woman's
something-
currency.
What? A man's currency in the dating pool, as in what in the sexual what was it? The sexual marketplace. Currency, okay, I hear what
in the dating pool is his money, his
going.
height, things of that nature. Do you understand?
Your
A
height,
woman's
something
currency.
that is useless.
This is not. I didn't make the rules, so I don't want anyone to shoot me. This is just facts.
What's he gonna help you do? Pick apple.
A woman's currency. I'm not.
So what's he gonna help you do? Pick apple. My man's killing me, bro. Hey, banter. Bantosaurus Rex, you know that?
I don't want anyone to shoot me. This is just facts.
What's he gonna help you do? Pick apple.
A woman is his money, his height, things of that nature. Do you understand?
Your
A
height,
woman's
something
currency.
that is useless.
This is not. I didn't make the rules, so I
Yeah.
don't want anyone to shoot me. This is just facts.
What's he gonna help you do? Pick apple.
A woman's currency. I'm not. And by the way, I'm not talking about for everybody.
A woman's currency, so look.
Let her finish.
Yeah. A woman's currency, not in every situation, but can be her
Generally
looks.
speaking, yeah.
If a woman is leng, she can work in Tesco's. We know this. So why?
Pretty privileged.
So she can exactly. So she can go on fucking Hinge and say, I want A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Yeah, you can.
The reason I work is a choice, by the way. I don't have to because I could go marry some uncle and get looked after. However, in my past experience when I was younger, I used to only date. It was a very bad phase.
Yeah.
Don't.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'd be very interested to explore the uncle side of stuff. Oh, someone linked me to somewhere where there's some uncle stories because, bruv, I see too many uncles active and man never really. Man knows what goes on that side. You get me? Man don't know what goes on that side. You get me? Like, also I could just marry an uncle. Bruv, I'd be very interested to see a documentary or something on that. You get me?
However, in my past experience when I was younger, I used to only date. It was a very bad phase. Don't do what
Please,
I did.
go on.
I used to date footballers. I used to date rappers.
Which
Oh
one?
my
What
God.
league? What league? What division were they?
Premier League. Listen, I've even. Let me not. Let me not.
Just-
give you.
just-
No, name drop. Let's go, baby.
Name drop Lani.
Let's give that other guy a rest, man. Let's move on to the footballers now. Go on.
I can't.
Let my nigga rest. Alright, don't wanna go viral.
Yeah.
Shea Boris
Pressure.
finest some more. Listen, no, but here's the problem here. You know, sorry, I kind of digress, but here's my point here. Like you said, there's a lot of emphasis on the financial aspect of what men bring to the table. So as Ari was saying, like, you know, in an ideal world, someone will bring you balance. Someone who makes your life easier. And easier is not just financial. It's like someone who can match you mentally, you coming from a long day. Someone who just gets you, someone you just get on with. But as we get, when you're young, that's where it is. But as you get older, unfortunately, there's this. And now with social media, with capitalism.
Clout.
Yeah, but with capitalism more than anything, capitalism, social media fueling it, is this emphasis on what can you do for me financially?
I
And
think
it's
it's sleeping.
what can you buy me? What experiences?
Yeah, it's
and
toxic.
everything all leads to the pound or the dollar. Do you know what I'm saying? And
What I will say about that is don't take that as too much of a bad thing. You feel me? You should motivate men to up their level and go out there and gain more and explore more in life. Be more competent. Gain yourself something that you're competent in and make money from it. Money you make is going to help your family. It's going to help you move forward in your life. And it's going to, I guess, with women as well. Women will always cost money. But when it gets extreme is that when it's talking about money being the be all and end all, which it is not. Money is literally just the beginning. You feel me? A relationship built on money is not going to last because the money is going to buy you a husk of a relationship where you never actually benefit from the nutritional aspect of being in a relationship, which is the love, which is the caring, which is all of those genuine kind of things. You feel me? That your partner just won't be motivated to do when money is the answer for everything. On the humanly connection thing, something that's going to nourish you as a human being, that will be missing because the relationship will be based solely off money. You feel me?
And that's what the problem, and that's where the pressure is, because you know, like, bruv, we just come out of COVID. There's actually some sort of financial crisis, but you won't think of it looking
But
around
not
because
every girl's
everybody,
like that.
not every girl's like that. But we're talking about in a capitalist society, in a capitalist culture where there's a hunger for more. Women are being encouraged to be like that, and a lot of
Yeah,
women are
facts.
naturally not even like that. I know so many girls that
Yeah.
are not mad materialistic. But they're like encouraged to. It's like even down to casual sex, like with Hinge and all this dating apps. They'll still tell a
But you
woman.
know-
They'll still tell a woman, "Oh, well, get something out of it." And we actually are encouraging women to exchange themselves for financial gain.
But it's both men and females that are doing that as well. Because I'll tell you this, yeah,
Amen.
there's a lot of good women out
Yeah.
there, yeah, that got, their education down, good jobs.
Yeah.
you know what I mean, whole package in that sense, in terms of what men would stereotypically would want in a wife, yeah? But sometimes playing this good girl role, sometimes, and let's say, for example,
Bro, that camera movement gave me office vibes, man. That just made it so funny.
in a wife, yeah? But sometimes playing this good girl role, sometimes, and let's say, for example, you're seeing certain girls on social media moving mad, yeah? But they're getting, you know, the holidays, they're getting the free this and free that, and you're there loyal, you're there, you know, really hustling
That
and
used
doing
to be
for,
me.
do you understand? And then you start seeing certain things, and you'll be like, bro, am I a dickhead?
Yeah,
Do you
that
get
used
what
to
I
be
mean?
me.
But for me, like, but the thing is with that, I personally, that's what I'm saying. So I understand why females end up doing that. Me personally, I don't want to change the essence of who I am because of how others are now. Because I think the hardest thing in this world to do, period, is not to change the essence of who you are, because it's very easy for you to have a cold heart. Because a lot of I think all of this is a facade as well. I feel like
100%.
everyone lives, we're all like in this whole fear thing. Like, you do certain things because you're trying to guard your heart, you're trying to protect your heart. So at the end of the day, you're like, you know what, shit, if I can spend his money, if I could act like
Because I've
this
been
cold,
used.
exactly,
I've been used.
exactly.
But
So that
everyone's
comes from a
using
place,
everyone.
but you're coming, but babe, Lani, you're coming from a place of pain. The reason why you
Exactly.
felt like you had to change and become the person that you've become is because that's how
like
you're
you've been used,
protecting
yeah,
yourself.
facts.
What's that? Yeah. Nah, big man thing. I do feel it. I do get it, and I do get Lani and how she is. You feel me? It comes as a result of being put in situations where people took advantage of you, and you was playing nice, and you knew the opportunity and what you could do, but you chose your morals over, I guess, the financial gain, all these type of gains. You feel me? Because as a woman, you have a lot of opportunities available to you in it, yeah, for gain in all type of areas. You feel me? Especially when you look nice and you got body, and you know what I mean. Like, it comes automatically. You don't even have to do anything. You just have to be born. I know there's a lot of girls out there who choose to, it's there and they can do it and they can gain a lot from it, but they choose not to because they're respecting their morals and their code, and they know that morally that is wrong. You feel me? So sounds like maybe that's what Lani's saying she used to be like. I can understand, innit? You can only get mugged a certain amount of times. You feel me? You can only get taken for dickhead a certain amount of time before you certain clicks and you're like, nah, no more, cuz no more, fam. I guess we get into that kind of energy, then it's like, fuck it, yeah, fuck these niggas, fuck you, fuck this man, uncle, come here, show me the bank account, you get me, and then start finessing, start doing your thing, you get me, because then you are, I guess it is a selfishness around it, innit, but I guess it's a selfishness induced by pain. So overall, it's been born of negativity, and thus it's only going to produce more negativity and unhappiness. You feel me? Which I'm sure we'll come to see. You know, this lifestyle where you're using people for their money and doing this and it might look good, it might look sugary and sweet. You feel me? But it lacks a lot of nutritional content. You get me?
But it's not who you are, so it's a facade.
You better hold your head again.
Exactly. So you put on this character, this mask, this fast. I'm a bad bitch. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get the man because you feel that. Because at the end of the day, you guys ain't gonna get close to this.
Can I just
Most
What I'm
bad
trying to
bitches
say.
aren't bad old bitches.
Do you know what I mean? And guys are the
respond to
same.
what you just said there, yeah. I think first, it depends on what you're.
Hey, General Lucas, just lurking in the back, half asleep, half listening. And just let me just enter this talk and speak my things.
View of
But
the
he's cooling.
table is, right?
So the enemy has already got their siege
I'll
tower.
punch you in your head
I'm gonna try
and
and
make
see
you
if
my
I can
enemy.
direct some of the fire with my archers.
I got that.
We can get some hits on them.
What do you say?
First, it depends on what your view of the table is, right? Yeah, everyone talks this materialistic stuff. This, like you said, the energy that is put out into the universe right now is city girls. Do you know what I'm saying? Be very free, liberated.
Yes, but this is what you need to understand, isn't it? You see conversations like this, you have to understand that you're talking about a problem that's like maybe 5 stories high, and the real issue, the real stem of the issue is at the foundation, and the foundation is where shit is fucked up. And if you can talk about how the 5th floor and what's going on and whatnot, but if the foundation is shit, then anything's gonna fuck up the building. You get me? The foundation of the problem is your natural humanly being and instinct has been manipulated by the media to serve its purpose, which has been financial gain. They've made money out of music, movies, videos, all of that kind of shit, selling you ideas, selling you things, selling you sugar that's gonna taste amazing and get you hooked so that you come back and you eat more, but it's gonna offer you no nutritional value. Look at the mainstream right now. Tell me it's not just sugar content. The films are sugar. There's literally barely any meaning in it. Barely there's any struggle. You hardly walk away from films and feel some type of way. You just feel excited and you feel cool and blast and shing and shiny and the best ideas, sugary stuff. You feel sugar high. You come back and at the end of the day, your natural humanity is not being nourished enough by any other content out there. You get me? And that's what I'm saying. At the foundation, those are the issues. The way everything is being sexualized. Of course, that's going to have an effect on all of us. How much sex we're now having, how much alcohol we're drinking, the drugs we have, bruv, like all of these things matter. The fact that you're in your experience, you're going through all of these things and it's shaping the kind of person you are. I believe that because it hasn't been organized in a way that's proper and akin to what our humanity needs, it's fucking with you and it's taken from you. You get me? Like every time you go here, someone just puts a knife through your arm or a little pin through your leg. Do you get me? And obviously you don't even know where the fuck's coming from because it's invisible, but it's hurting, fam, and you don't get why it's hurting. And you go about and you start fucking carrying these pains with you as you interact and then expect those interactions to be positive, even though you don't understand that they're coming from a negative place. Like the foundation of the problem, the environment we live in, the way we see each other, the way we see our humanity, the lack of the use of our humanity, the lack of the use of our spirit, of our energy, of our mind, the creational power that we have means a lack in all those areas, which is why we are at a deficit, which is why we are pained, which is why we carry that with ourselves in all of our situations. So talking about this idea about so-and-so is a level 5 problem, but the real reason for it is because of what's going on the ground floor, is because the foundation isn't solid. And we need to look at that before we look at this shit. Because this shit is just a result of that. You sort the foundation out, boom, boom, solid. You get it? Cool.
You think like
We'll ask
okay,
it. Do you give a fuck about them?
girls? You said the energy that is put out into the universe right now is city girls. Do you know what I'm saying? Be very free, liberated. Do your thing. Like
We'll ask
okay,
it. Do you give a fuck about them, nigga?
And good, embrace it. Why not? You live in a free society or whatever now.
This nigga got a shower
My biggest
cap.
problem.
I thought it was one of them, you know, them colonel hats, bro. This nigga look like he got a clean shower cap on, like, oh god. And then an Under Armour top.
No, is what do you want for yourselves? Like what is, and this is why I always refer to the natural nature of things.
Oh
because
shit. What the fuck? What the fucky fuck?
every man can create a concept. Every man can and create a life for himself, right? Every man is an island in a way, right? Now, if I don't look at life as just man is an island in a way, right? Now,
Starting to feel the way about Lani still. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Who said that? Wait, I think no. These two made me kind of switch up my opinion of her still, because you only really see the was, you only see the bullshit, you only see the crap. But what these two have said has made me see another side to obviously there's no effect without cause without effect. One of them, you know, like that. And it's making sense though, that instead of thinking she a idiot or she's this and that, fam, she's just a woman that's in pain, bro. You know, like that. Just like us, really and truly, suffering through this bullshit and the pain that we go through in lives, you feel me, like, and really and truly, because no one's coming to our rescue, we have to learn how to survive without constantly losing yourself, without constantly being taken for a dickhead, being made to feel like shit, which, yeah, I assume is, I guess, what she's been through. But it's interesting. There's an interesting revelation, because like I always consider the other side of someone, but obviously when it's online, it's hard to actually think to even go there when when what's being presented in front of you is so West, you know, like that. So yeah, man, interesting.
If I don't look at life as just me having children and building a family, I lose sight of, using a word you used, essence.
Yes, sir.
My essence. And
Yes, sir.
what I'm finding.
That's what, bro. Don't forget. That's what we're here for. We're here to continue the human race. That is primarily what we're here for. You're to pass on your genes just like your grandfather did, and your grandfather's grandfather, and your grandfather's 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 grandfather, and everyone who went through and struggled in their lives and went through their individual journeys, bro, to then pass on that learning onto the next and the next onto you. And now you have the responsibility to do the same. Because you can talk about women this and man this and but if you don't find a partner to get with to continue the work that your generations have put in, then it's a disrespect to your whole ancestry. You feel me? And I get it, some people don't have children and blah 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 because of so, but biologically it's your imperative to have children and to continue your race. You feel me? And continue what you've learned from your ancestors and pass that down onto yours and continue the relay race. It's a relay race, and we all have to do our part. Our parents did their part. Their parents did before did what they did. You have to do your part now. The objective should definitely be to have children and have a family.
Now, as I go along, it's more about creating children that understand certain emotional connections and attachments.
Yeah.
I feel like the reason why we're having these conversations is because of how our experiences are, what we've seen in terms of love, what we've seen in terms of what the table represents or is, right?
Yeah, let me stop the chatting, but listen, like, we are now at a place where our pain is our gift. The stuff we're struggling through, the things we're going through, because you know, truth be told, innit, sometimes I never watch stuff like this because I feel like it ranks among the trash TV kind of stuff, you feel me? But in all honesty, I feel like it's necessary because this is a real depiction of people, and you get to actually see that, and see what's really going on and the pain that people are going through. And the pain that, because we share a lot of pains, really and truly. Me, you, any of these people on the panel, we share far more than, we're far more similar than we are different. And it's important for us at this stage to use that pain as a way to teach people and to give something back. So rather than doing all these mad things and whatnot, like, let's actually feed and nourish the youngers below, because no one did that for us. But if we start doing it for the youngers and then they start doing it, then we have a cycle of nourishment going on where we're feeding people real shit. Do you get me? And we're using the pain that we've been through to then educate the others not to make the mistake. And with the pain you've been through, you have an emotional attachment to helping others in that same situation. But if we use that positively, then we've got the intention and the energy to then actually make the differences that are important, to get me, for our future generations, fam. And don't get it twisted, we're going through a lot of shit, but our parents went through a lot of shit. Theirs went through a lot of shit beforehand. Your children are going to go through a lot of shit, you feel me? It's necessary. It's called evolution. You go through the shit, you learn about it, you teach people how to more effectively overcome it, they get better at it, they move up to the next stage where more problems and more struggles meet them, and they learn how to deal with that and teach it on to the next one. Do you get me? It's a constant, it's a motion, bro. This is what being alive in time and space is, you feel me? This is what being alive is, you feel me? Every second that goes, you're alive, you're moving forward, things are changing. Nothing ever stays the same. Nothing ever stays the same. Nothing. Second by second, it's gone. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Protecting yourselves, not being hurt. Heard you say a lot of stuff, but again, it's not taking responsibility for what hurt you've actually gone through. Yes, you've put up a mask, but my nigga, like, whose fault is that? You have to now deal with that.
Take accountability,
A lot of
100%.
men naturally have this innate thing where from very early on, we understand what the fuck we're up against.
Yeah.
If you're butters, you have to adapt.
You have to,
Right.
If
come
you
on.
can't, get dough like that, you have to find a way, hustle, adapt.
Yeah.
So everybody has their way of adapting, and I feel women are pushing too much today, and I know I'll probably get shot for this or whatever, but I don't give a fuck. Women are getting pushed too much today to the materialistic thing that is ruining the essence of our souls.
Fact.
It's dangerous.
The reason.
Let me pull him up. Oh, one more time. Man said it's ruining the essence of our fucking souls, bro. Say that again, G.
Women are getting pushed too much today to the materialistic thing that is ruining the essence of our souls.
It's dangerous.
The reason why I
I
say
agree.
ruining the essence
They
of
should
our
chase
souls.
love.
You're the first point of contact on this earth for any human being that is being produced on this planet.
Yes.
The more hurt you are,
Oof.
the more hurt is going to be created.
No, I will never bring it to my child.
But this is the thing.
Absolutely.
You don't think
No,
that
I
you
won't.
will, but each
I won't.
experience.
Oh, nah, bruv. Large up Lucas 1,000 times, fam. Could hit that smack on the head, fam. And she realized, you can see by the look in her face, that's realization, fam. You get me? And you definitely will. How you mean you won't? You don't have control of the pain. So how do you know that it's not gonna come out? You feel me? When you're with your children, you have to deal with that shit. Because the thing about children as well is that they pick up on the you that you don't know you are, because there's a you that you think you are, because you think, now I must do this and now I must do this in order to survive these things. But there are times, multiple times in your life where you are just you, the sum of all your experiences, the sum of all your pains in raw fashion and form, and your children will be around you to see those at those times you are blind to yourself. You're completely blind to what you're doing and who you are, because you're just being. Yeah, that's when your children will see, and that's where you vibrate most purely. And regardless of what you say to children, they're gonna look and they're gonna look at your vibration and your energy, and that's what they're gonna take on more than what you say. So you can tell them don't do this and whatnot, but when they see clean that you're doing it, they don't even just see it, they feel it, because that's what we are as human beings. We can feel shit that is beyond the physical. You feel me? Like, they can look in your eyes and there's a connection there that you just can't really make sense of or put into words, but you know it's very real, and they will see that. You feel me? My mom used to, I used to tell my mom things and she'd be like, what? How did you know that? Because, bro, I can see you. Like, I'm around you when you're the most comfortablest, and thus being the most you. You get me? Your bad habits come out. Your good habits come out. Everything just, do you get me? Parts of you just emanate from you, and I can see that, fam. You get me? And you're not conscious of that more time, because that's a result of who you are rather than who you think you're being, or who you want to be, or who you like to be. It's a matter of fact of who you are. And if you haven't dealt with the pain that you have, it's still going to be a part of who you are, and you're going to be emanating it without even having any control over it. You get me?
That you go through
Because I haven't.
Large up Trend Central. I like stuff like this.
takes and shapes
my
a
essence,
piece of you.
My
right?
God isn't
and if
there
you,
for my
hold on, let me
family.
finish. If you're not aware of what, and this is what, if you're not aware of the damage that you've gone through, you identify.
Large up Lucas as well, fam. Cause man is, from day he's been a spitter, fam. You get me? He's a nigga who knows he's in there up there. You get me?
Aware of what, and this is what, if you're not aware of the damage that you've gone through, you identify with a lot of hurt, right? You know that you've been through a lot of hurt, but you still don't accept the fact that you have this mask up. You want love more than anybody in this fucking room. But you actually act like as if you're the baddest bitch. Yeah, it's a part of your personality.
Yeah, but I was listen, but I was suicidal. So I'm not going back there. No, you guys
hear what we're saying.
No, because I kind of, you guys are saying like women, the essence. What's the essence? Back in the day, women used to chase love and marriage and husbands.
What do you want?
No,
what do you
back
want?
in the day, no.
What do you want?
I'm trying to get to the point.
What do you want? That is the point.
Let me land. I don't think there is anything wrong with women in today's society chasing money and using niggas, because back in the day,
there's everything wrong with it.
In my opinion, there isn't, because back in the day,
you just said the word using niggas.
Back in the day, we were taught to be housewives and love and give out all. Women weren't always happy back in the day. They were abused, they were beaten, they were suppressed. No!
But this is the problem, Lani. You know what the issue is? It's the fact that...
Hold on. Okay. Before we step, I'll be honest. I don't have a problem with women finessing men. Do you get it? Especially these lame uncle types and losers who just use money to get what it is that they like. You feel me? Like, they don't actually have the capacity.
So we don't have the capacity
to actually go out there and do it themselves, so they use they go via money because it's easy and you get me. It's cheap, but it's expensive. Do you know what I mean? But when I say it's cheap, it's cheap. Do you know what I mean? Like, so. Shit, what was I saying? Okay, women finessing men. Yeah, I've got no problem with them finessing these type of guys because them man already, they're happy to be finessed. You get me in it, yeah? And truth be told, for me, I'd say as men, you need to understand how to deal with women so that you don't get finessed. You feel me? Also that you're at least aware when a woman is trying to finesse you. You feel me? And I guess there's a blurred line and whatnot. But I mean, this girl was out there. You feel me? Women like you lot have a lot of power over men if you can finesse it in the right way. Do you get me? The majority of men, and probably 90% of men, are addicted to sex. If you can know how to control your sexual energy right and how to, bro, you can literally play men like it's nothing. You feel me? And cool, it's a power play. You know, like that. And I respect it because it's like, right, she knows what she's doing. She's patterning. She's running game, yeah, and she's got it. Pattern, fam. And I'd be like, cool. I hear that. You get me? It's like, it's the same kind of respect you have for a man who's running business and doing, it's all, has a hustle. You get me? It's a hustle. I see it as, you get me? But then when it comes to settling down and having long-term relationships, you get me? Obviously, that kind of lifestyle, nothing is without consequence, you feel me? That will then have effect on you and I guess the people that you're around. That's going to make you a certain type of way. When you're behaving like that, you're going to get used to that behavior. Even if you're faking it just to finesse these men, it's going to be a part of you, you get me? And then, who knows, it might find itself in other parts of your life where you're maybe using that, find yourself subconsciously using that finessing energy on someone that you love, you feel me? And then shit just gets off balance from there, you get me? But of course, yeah, like I said, there's consequences to living like that. But I mean, yeah, but if a girl has the finesse in her, and she's got the pattern where she can wrap man around her hands, make her pay, bro, I respect that, yo, and I rate that. I'll be like, yo, G, you know, like that, fam. If you can use your power, same way for my kind of bear girl, I say, yo, G, it's the same way, bro. Like, you have to respect the game. The ability to attain is respectable. But yeah, let's keep it rolling, baby.
Women are, this is my problem. Toxic men, there's toxic men that exist. Fuck them
There's a
toxic
lot of
men.
them.
Exactly. But then what women are trying to do is compete
Yeah.
with those toxic men.
Yeah.
Like
Which
they're
then makes
food.
you, for example, if I tell you, babe, okay, what hurt you? What did someone do to you? You'd be like, I didn't like what he did to me, this. I felt it was disgusting. I felt it was disrespectful. But then what you're then doing is becoming the same thing that you detest. So this is what
Yeah.
women are doing. They're
then I
becoming
get
the
hurt.
toxic same,
Yeah.
the same men.
But that's not, oh man, I've always, bro, do you know, I always thought shit was stupid from primary school, man. You know, the whole eye for an eye thing, like, I just thought it was just stupid, like, what, men do this, so we're gonna do it, eh? For why? What's the thinking behind it? For what's the reason? What was the reason? You get me? It just doesn't make sense. Even just to think, oh, okay, so this person's being scummy, so I'm gonna be scummy, so that we can both be scummy together. Like, who benefits? No one. We're both just scumbags. Who benefits? Joining scum doesn't make you a better person. You say, yeah, I'm scum too. It just means that you actually love the thing that you're saying you hate. Or maybe you've been conditioned to hate, to love that thing. Because really you're saying, I love it so much, I'm going to become it. When really, if you really hated it, you'd be like, no, fuck that shit. Why would I be anything like that? I don't resemble that at all. All of those stuff they do, I hate. But rather than doing that, you're saying all of the stuff they do, I hate. But then now I'm going to do it. What, so then I can perpetuate the hate? Do you get me? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
The same men that you don't like. And I feel like I'm all for empowering
you're-
women. Do you understand this whole empowerment of women and get your own thing?
But they're never going to change. But they're never going to change. So what are we supposed to do?
That's not
Be
all men are like.
dictators.
Lani,
But then a lot of them are.
So
A lot of them are.
how far are you gonna get chasing money, which is something that we shouldn't even talk about? It should be an innate thing to want to do. It's what you need to fucking
I'm
live.
okay with not
We
settling
need to
down.
get dough. Now my thing is, where
she's
does
hurting
the
bad.
need to get dough, the need to get the finer things
Oh, Lani's hurting bad. Sorry, baby.
in life cross over to using people, cross over to being so emotionally detached that you don't actually understand what you're creating with the offspring you're bringing into this world. You think these 13, 11, 10-year-olds are just fucking wild for no reason?
Trust.
You think that they don't have sense for no
It's
reason?
only
Yeah.
certain
You've got
niggas
bare
that need
kids
to be
raising
used.
kids
It's only
that
certain
comes
niggas
out
that
of
need to
her.
be. It's only certain niggas that need to be used. I
Lani,
don't think-
Lani,
I don't think
Again,
every
certain niggas that need to be at that.
Yeah, the ones
again,
that
is the
are
problem.
cunts, the ones that are
Like,
players.
Yeah,
Lani,
See exactly what I said. You get me? These men need to be used, but you're gonna get so used to using these men that when you find some other man, you're still gonna be using the same tactics because it just become a part of your subconscious and your nature. Nah, you feel me? You can see how dangerous that gets. You get me? Because it comes to a point where the lines get blurred. You feel me? And it just becomes you rather than thinking, yeah, I'm only doing this to these people. You get me?
Lani.
So then
Big money
you're
boys.
not creating
Big money
yourself.
boys.
You're not creating
Big
yourself
money
to be
boys.
a certain
Big
type
money
of
boys.
girl.
That's what I'm saying. I hear it in it. Yeah, if you are a female and you can finesse a man who's making a whole bag of dough, you're a G, blood. You feel me? Car. And truth be told, he's probably into the game as well. You feel me? He's probably into the game. Or if not, then he needs to wisen up and understand that there are I guess consequences again that come with making a lot of money. It's very desirable for a lot of men, but there are a lot of consequences that come with it, and gold diggers and women who are after your income will be as a result of that. You feel me? So really and truly, but I guess I don't offer much too much worry for men in abundant situations. You feel me? Because I feel like, bro, you can get yourself through it. You feel me? You might fall over, but you survive. You be alright. You get me? As long as you wisen up and you get me. So a man getting finessed for money he has, calm. You get me? Better him than a Donny who doesn't have anything, and you end up getting him to get shit on finance for you, and then next you know you're 10k down. I'm joking. But yeah, you get me. A finesse is a finesse. But even that joke, bro, really and truly, that may even be the part of the finesse. Once you've been finessed, it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna finesse you, nigga. And we just go around in circles and do this dance of infinity, and you get so mad. Hey.
Listen, there's certain niggas that you meet, they've got bare girl. You know they've got bare girl. They've got a wife at home.
Worry about
Listen.
New
You
track
know,
by Lani,
listen,
Big Money
you guys,
Boys.
You guys are getting
Bare
it twisted.
excuses.
You guys, it's not an excuse.
Bare.
It's definitely not an excuse.
Who's you guys?
They're different.
Do you know what it is, yeah? Lani's she's in at the badness, bro. Like, there are several realms you can go to that vibrate on certain frequencies, fam. You get me? And I guess one of them may be the fuck boys and the niggas with a lot of bitches and all of that kind of stuff that vibrate on a certain frequency. And she's coming into that frequency and saying, I can vibe on that fuck shit too, and I can finesse you out of... Do you get me? So it's kind of like battle because the nigga, he's probably into the fuck shit already, and she's jumping into the fuck shit and then trying to beat man at the fuck shit. You get me? That's why a man said I respect it, because if you jump in the game and you beat a man into the game, then it is what it is. Do you get me? Like, but if you're a smart man and you got some wits about you, be able to see clearly when a woman's trying to finesse you and when she's not, fam. You get me? Something your instinct's just gonna tell you. And if you have control over your body, fam, you can pinpoint that and go with it rather than have your body take over. And because she's got big tits, she's got a big ass, and she's onto you, and your dick's controlling everything, and you end up being at her mercy just because you have no physical control over your body. Do you get me? That's when you deserve to be finessed. You get me? Because you are lacking. You know, like that, you're lacking, bro. You feel me? So she's catching niggas lacking. It is what it is. Charge it to the motherfucking game. You get me? So I heard that.
There are different types of men. You will be approached by a man who's got he's got a wife and kids, or he's got a girlfriend, but he wants to chat to you. Those are the type of niggas girls use. Don't make it seem like girls want to use good guys. Don't
Yeah, they do. But hold on.
They do,
Yes, they
yeah,
do.
they do though.
Yes, they do.
Lani,
Yes, they
you
do.
might not
Okay,
be
they're
that
wrong
girl.
then.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not
they're
talking
cool.
about them type
Lani,
of guys.
we're using our hot desk volume today,
you think
okay? Now listen to this. Can I just say one thing? Lani, we're using our hot desk volume today, okay? Now,
Funny. Oh my days, man. I like this guy.
listen to this. Can I just say one thing? I actually agree with you. There's something that you said. I disagree with you, because you was like, back in the day, I think from the beginning of time, women have always gone for whatever. Women, I think ideally women have always wanted the top.
Look for comfort.
Everybody wants the top spec in life for the most part. So women have always looked for the best they can get. So at a time when women weren't working, ideally you'd want the richest man. What's that show, Bridgerton? That's a reflection of what some societies were like. Women will basically be shocked. You're groomed. You know how men always talk about their Project Mbappe and Project PoPPa, like trying to make their kids the best footballer from early. if people try to make their girls the best ladies from early in
Yeah.
different societies and different cultures,
I hear
and you
that.
want your
But they desired marriage.
No, but they
Yes.
desired marrying
And
rich
love.
and marrying
That's
powerful.
correct.
No, you're right. Maybe actually you're wrong. Actually, sorry, because that's what we call arranged marriage. They don't even care about whether you love this boy or not.
No, they used to write
excuse
poetry
me.
and
No, you're. Come on, that's a fallacy.
It's not a fantasy.
It's a fantasy. Listen. Yo, listen.
It's
listen.
not a
Oh, wait,
fantasy.
Lani, do not derail me, terrorist.
It's not a fantasy. It's not a fantasy. What I had to sing it.
It's not a fantasy.
It's a fantasy. Listen. Yo, listen.
It's not a
Oh, wait,
fantasy.
Lani, do not derail me, terrorist.
I don't
Look at
agree
me
with
over
you.
here.
I don't
and my
agree
six
with
over
you.
here. Listen.
It's not a
Oh, wait,
fantasy.
Lani, do not derail me, terrorist.
I don't
What
agree
me
with
over
you.
here.
the fuck? What the fuck?
Fantasy. Listen. Yo, listen.
It's not a
Oh, wait,
fantasy.
Lani, do not derail me, terrorist.
I don't
Look at
agree
me
with
over
you.
here.
I don't
And my
agree
six
with
over here
you.
dealing with Lani. We will not be. I do not negotiate with terrorists. My point is this, yeah. Over here dealing with Lani. We will not be. I do not negotiate with terrorists. My point is this, yeah.
Love was a big thing.
Listen, okay, but do you agree with me that arranged marriage existed? Yes or no?
Yeah,
In a lot of cultures, and when
Yeah.
arranged marriages happen, a lot of people married, they made power plays and that. You know, people talk about like, oh, build an empire. And excuse me, just don't listen to me to argue with me. Listen to what I'm saying to you. There's a lot of people that have always tried to partner up their daughters and their children to make power.
Yeah.
And even the parents
I
were
agree.
part of it. So there's actually nothing wrong with people, women desiring rich men or
Word.
men with money and providers. There's nothing wrong with it. I
Exactly.
don't disagree with it. What I disagree with is in a society, in a culture where women are doing well for themselves, women are making money. I'm seeing young girls make money. There's still the emphasis that, oh, the guy must be da-da-da. I don't agree with it. We don't live in a world where a man can pay for a mortgage by himself in London
It's
anymore.
difficult.
I personally, just because I believe in the strength of your humanity and thus your manhood, yeah, that every man should be in the arena, basically. You get me? I feel like the more participants we have in the arena, the further we can go, because competition is good. Competition is healthy for men. Competition has led us to a lot of great places. You feel me? So I feel like, yeah, men should kind of get a kick up their ass to say, yeah, my nigga, go out there and be more, become more. You have potential to be something that's never been before. You feel me? Go out there and realize it. You feel me? Don't just sit at home. Don't just take it easy. Like expand, my nigga. You feel me? Go out there, learn, be, and then come back and teach, and do you know what I mean? Like, you have a responsibility, I say, as a man, innit, to take the energy you have, utilize it, make something of it, and then pass that down. You get me? Even if it's not to your children, educate people of your community, keep that alive. You feel me? We're all certain embers, we're certain fires. You feel me? And we gotta keep that alive because we will one day be gone. You feel me? So you have to make something of yourself and then pass it on. Do you get me?
Generally
100%.
speaking, we don't live in that world where a
Definitely.
man, truly where the man is the breadwinner. Yes, we can live in a world where a man comes home with like 2 bags or something a month and he can provide for the child, but he will just get by. You will not live the life you want. So in a world where we live, where you have 2 people making income,
People don't want to build anymore together. People
They
just
do wanna build,
They,
but
no,
they-
I'm saying, but some people, the expectations of
Yeah.
certain people, it's like they want the things already they're built there. Like,
there's
you know what I
another
mean?
version of
Like,
Batcha out there somewhere where teenagers were saying that if you're under 17, 18, 19 and you're not making money,
But
da-da-da.
that's so toxic.
But that's because we live in a capitalist society where their trainers cost
we've
£200.
always lived in a capitalist society.
We
That
do,
don't change
but we
right
live
now.
in a capitalist society that's being fueled even more. We live in a world with inflation
guys-
now, where everything is more accessible. So now that you have social media, you can buy something off Instagram. Yeah, you can buy a weave, AliExpress, all these outlets. Everybody is pressured more to want, and the women are encouraged to get theirs and get extra.
Wait.
Sorry, I'm going
No,
over time.
yeah.
Jeez, that
Women
came with
are
the camera
encouraged to
movement
get
swift.
theirs and get extra.
Wait.
Sorry, I'm going over
No,
time.
yeah.
Women are encouraged
Like
to
a
get
movie
theirs
set-
and get
setting,
extra.
fam.
Wait.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm going over
No,
time. But
yeah.
even the comment you made at the beginning when you was like, "Oh, what's fun in making
Jeez,
money
man's
if you have
back
to?"
that quick.
Sorry, I'm going over
No,
time. But
yeah.
even the comment you made at the beginning when you was like,
What?
"Oh, what's fun in making money if you have to spend it?" Women are encouraged, make money, don't
Listen,
spend your spend
do
a
you-
man.
okay,
So
listen.
men are put under more
Wait.
pressure. Men are put under no.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
fighting for my
Doesn't
brothers
matter.
today.
Okay,
Come
Men are
on.
put under more pressure to get money to give women.
I've heard you. Out of the 2 genders, who is more vulnerable?
Depends what you're talking about.
No,
it
in
depends what you're talking
general,
about.
in general.
Men, we die more.
In general.
Shut up, it's not men. Men are not more vulnerable. Women are more vulnerable in various states, you feel me? Just as in their being, and especially more vulnerable when I guess if they choose to have children when they're pregnant, you mean, when they're with child, like they're gonna be a lot more vulnerable. I guess you can say they're even a lot more vulnerable every single time of the month, like their decision making and all of that, because their emotions are so up there with their periods and all of that kind of stuff. So women, without playing the lyrical gymnastics,
We die more.
Emotionally, who is more vulnerable?
Men, we commit suicide more.
Who gives more?
They're not ready for
Men.
this conversation. I'm telling
Men.
you.
I don't give a fuck. Women give
And
more
that's
in
the problem,
relationships.
like-
Women give
and-
more in
and you know what?
relationships. You know they do.
I answered
wait, women
your
what?
question. Men, we commit suicide more.
Who gives more?
They're not ready for
Men.
this conversation. I'm telling
Men.
you.
I don't give a fuck. Women give
And
more
that's
in
the problem.
relationships.
Yeah, I don't think that's correct as well. I don't think women give more because but this is the thing, like when we start competing about who gives more, it's like basically saying who's more important in the relay race, the person who starts or the person who finishes. You feel me? And the answer is they're both as important as each other, because if the person starts is shit and isn't doing their bit, then the whole team's gonna be lacking throughout the way, and then it will be left up to the last person to really mash work, and the same vice versa. If the last person is shit, then all the effort that the team was put in to get up to that point is going to be wasted, because it's not going to be able to capitalize and finish it. But I say that to say, like, there's no one is more important. It's like two sides of the same coin. It's a yin and yang. We fit together. We are together. We are important. Do you get me? Individual, we're just pieces. We're only important as a whole once we are as a whole. Men bring different stuff. Women bring different stuff. Yeah, and we're biologically different but compatible. We're literally like two pieces made to fit together that offer different edges and different corners and different size and volumes and all of that kind of stuff, but still perfectly fit together. So we're just as important as each other. We need each other. You get me?
Like,
Women give
and-
more
and
in
you know
relationships.
what?
You know they do.
I answered your question.
Well, it's
Men.
easier. It is easier for a woman to get taken advantage of than a man in a relationship.
But these lot, obviously they're I guess they're emotionally involved. Both are defending their side. Lani and Nas defending her side. The man them are defending the man them side. Well, I don't know about Lucas. Lucas is just spitting. You get me? But my man is definitely rocking with the man them minute, yeah, standing up for the man them. I get it. I'm cool. Both. None of them are wrong, per se. But yeah, they're just fighting a pointless fight. You get me? Of individuality. You're trying to say what's better. The yin is way better because it's white, or it looks and it's clean and it represents this and da. But the yang is better because it's darker and it's, do you know what I mean? But they're both individual things and it's objective which one is better. But it's together is just a fact of what they are. You feel me? That they fit perfectly and they offer the push and the pull that makes motion. Do you get what I mean?
Relationship. Women love harder. They tend, on average, I'm not saying every single relationship.
It depends what you're talking about.
Give
How about
more.
we fucking
Women
pattern
get
ourselves up so
the
we
women
don't
get the
fucking taken
heartbroken
advantage
more.
of
So the
I don't
reason,
understand this.
the reason,
Well, I'll tell you, Lucas is just spitting, fam. Spitting. He's not even, bro. He's just doing drive-bys, fam. You get me? Man, all sniper shots, fam. Man, they're just scoping the thing. Have a 1-2-2 come back. Bow, facts. Bow, facts. Killing it.
no, it's not
I
okay.
don't fucking
It is
get
not
it.
okay.
Who told you women get
Not
heartbroken more?
okay.
Bruv, like,
It is not
pattern the
okay.
fuck up then.
It is
Alright.
not okay. It is
Bare
not okay.
excuses, bruv.
It is
Come
not
on.
excuses. It's
Shit.
not.
Just bare fucking excuses, but it's excuses because people don't know better and people are trying, but shit's hard and the truth is more needs to be done. But some people are just on their way, and this turbulence and this unknowing is all part of their learning. You feel me? I feel like even Lani is learning something from this conversation. I don't know why I keep going back to her, but obviously I know her more than, it's mad. I feel I know her for the mad things more than anyone else. So yeah, that's why I'm referencing her, because she's such a mad thing, such on one side. You feel me? But yeah, I feel like everyone's learning. You feel me? Everyone's picking up, and that's what life is, isn't it? About learning and discovering and yeah, moving forward.
Okay.
Excuses.
It is
You're
not
a grown-ass
okay.
woman,
It
bruv.
is not okay to
You're
teach a
talking
young
about
girl.
someone's trying to
It is
deal
not
with it,
okay.
bruv.
They talk about someone's twanging you. Oh, this guy's joking.
It is
You're
not
a grown-ass
okay.
woman, bruv.
It is not okay to
You're
teach a
talking
young
about
girl.
someone's twanging
It
you.
is not
Deal with it,
okay.
bruv. How many
Yeah.
experiences have you had?
It is
Right.
not
You've been dating
okay.
since you were 16. What
Right.
the fuck is going on?
But that's what it is, man. You have to take accountability for it when it happens rather than sweep it under the rug. Because when you sweep it under the rug and say, fuck it, you know what? Fuck it anyways, and you go off, you end up getting in the exact same situation. And because you didn't learn from the last one, you didn't actually do any work to actually learn and discover what it is that went wrong or what you could have done better. You end up doing the exact same thing with this new one and just go around in circles, and then years go on, you're like a dickhead still doing the same thing over and over again and saying you haven't learned, fam, saying, oh, it's these man's fault. No, look at yourself. Have accountability. Change only comes from within, not from without.
No,
It's
you're
not
still making the
okay.
same noise you was making when you was 18.
I'm not dating. I'm not
talking about you. I'm
dating
talking about
any
women in general.
guys.
And now you want to start talking about, no, I want to use your money. I want a guy that is ready-made.
But bare people are stupid though. That's the thing. Like you have to actually genuinely understand it, innit? Yeah, that like it's hard to have these kind of in-depth conversation where people's minds are actually open and looking at the bigger picture, because a lot of people are stupid. They've been driven down a narrow road and they're doing their best to get out from there. So that's why I really can't fault anyone here, because really and truly, all we are human beings that are really trying, bruv. Like, there's not one person, the worst person you think you know, they are trying, fam. They are trying so hard and they are going through their shit and they're going through a lot of shit. You feel me? Everyone is really, really, really trying. They're going from what they know, but the truth is that the majority of people are dumb, or okay, maybe let me not disparage them a minute. They don't know better. They don't know better, and they're only acting within their understanding. But these, in moments, in times like these, when people are going through stuff and expressing themselves in negative ways and whatnot, is their way. It's their journey. They're already on the way to changing, because from letting it out, they are meeting the counter and then making sense of it. And depending on how internally available they are, then it will depend on how honest they can process the information and the change and then make the right decision. Because some people are honest with themselves and they can't process things honestly, and when you can't process things honestly, then you end up placing them, it's like picking something up and then putting them in a place that it doesn't belong, because you're not being honest and saying that, no, I picked that up from there. But you're making an excuse, because if you put that back there, then it would mean something, you get me? So you put it somewhere else and you just start taking yourself further and further from the truth, you get me? But the people that trying, innit? Everyone is trying, everyone's going through their shit. So really, the lesson to be learned is try not to be too judgmental, you feel me? And try to have some empathy for everyone, you get me? Because everyone is really and truly just going through it, like in the maddest ways, you get me?
Nigga, you are in a position where you are
But he won't
actually
finesse
getting.
you.
My G, you are in a position where, fuck finessing, you are the finesse. You are making your
know
own
what the
goal.
problem is?
What are you talking about finessing? Why are you so worried about being duped?
Can I finish? I know.
Larger Lucas, bro.
A lot.
So
I
protective,
know
like,
a
don't
lot
worry
of
about
women.
all of that.
I know a lot of
Worry about yourself.
I know a lot of genuine girls.
alright.
Genuine women. Yeah, I can vouch for them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good girls who men have used. It's not just me.
I know a lot of good guys who've been
who
used.
have been used. Yeah, I feel like
How-
women.
do you think
I
men
will
don't get
never
used every
teach.
day?
I will never teach a young girl to just go for love. I feel like that's. It's so dangerous. Oh, just go for love, because when women are in love, they will give that all. They'll
I'll
give
never
that
teach.
kidney.
I'll
Am
never.
I lying?
Lonnie.
But at the same time, do not now teach a girl to
What you
use
need to
a
speak,
man.
what you need to
needs
teach
to go
a
for a
man.
man who has
No,
money.
what you need,
Because then she's less likely to get you, at
babe.
least
No,
financially.
that's
Lonnie,
a very toxic
chill. You're
message.
more
I don't
like-
think it's toxic. Just say, no, I'm sorry. But what I'm trying to say to you is, I get what you're trying to say. I understand the point of view that you're supposed to be teaching women
These
about
two
what a
girls are
healthy
saying.
relationship looks like.
Yeah.
It's not about what money is, because money,
But he
you
needs
can
to have
have
some money.
you can have
Yeah, I
someone
don't
that's rich and
understand.
still
Everybody just
abuses
grown
you.
up
I
broke
know millionaires.
Yeah, I know.
Babe,
I know
what I'm
too.
saying to you, so primary. So you said don't chase love.
They'll probably abuse
chase
you more.
money.
Bro.
People that
Nah.
have money.
Go get a
Babe,
fucking
let me
job,
just
you
land.
fucking
Land. People that sometimes, if you're chasing money, it's a very people that
Nah.
have money.
Go get a
Babe, let
fucking
me
job,
land.
you fucking
Land. People that sometimes, if you're chasing money, it's a very dangerous. You someone that's rich and
Everybody
still
just grown up
abuses you.
broke.
I know.
I'm trying to let it run. This guy's killing me.
Millionaire. What's I'm saying to you? So primary. So you said don't chase love.
They'll probably abuse
chase
you more.
money.
Bro.
People that have money.
Don't get a
Babe, let me
fucking
just
job,
land. People that sometimes, if you're chasing money, it's a very dangerous message to say because
Yes,
you can
Lord,
meet a man.
you fucking donut. Don't tell people to chase money, man. And this is what happens when you have people in pain, fam. They end up basically lashing out in pain and then influencing other people and making them feel like, yeah, it's cool to be like this. Do you get me? But really, it's not. It's because you're hurt, really and truly.
And
That's
who's
not
rich
what I
and
meant,
still
babe.
abuses
Yeah,
it. But I get what
yeah,
you know
let
what I
him
mean?
finish.
But what I have this is the issue that both this whole man versus women BS, yeah.
These niggas look like they're beefing there. They need to relax.
Yeah.
Discussions. We need discussions where I like it, we're getting heated, but we need to be understanding that it's a discussion and we're all learning from. But I can see emotions are high still.
What I have this is the issue that both this whole man versus women BS, yeah. This is the problem. You said, like, because obviously you're passionate and you know what you've been through and you see women go through a lot and you're pain. And as a woman, I can understand where you're coming from. But the thing is, when you start speaking about, sometimes it's how we articulate and how the words that you, when you said,
What's
we
it
are,
say,
sometimes it's how we articulate and how we,
Okay.
the words that you, when you said, we are the most vulnerable, you're already disregarding this man's pain. So what we need to do is talk
Because I
about
don't-
That's what, yeah.
No.
Men are more vulnerable.
No, it's very true. It's very true. If you speak like that, then it is automatically like you're disregarding man's stance or man's position in this by already saying that you are the most hurt and whatnot. So you're already trying to put yourself above, like, I'm the most downtrodden, I guess. You're trying to position yourself up by saying that you're the most hurt and the most in pain, therefore treat me better and I should get my way more. Yeah, it's not a good mindset.
Women.
But this is what I'm
I
trying to
believe
say.
women are
But when you
vulnerable.
do that, it's almost like
Why
because
does it have to be
you
a
can talk
competition?
about your pain without saying, because almost like
No,
you're
but babe,
taking
that's what
that
I believe.
away.
But that's what I believe.
But that's not necessarily true. We have different
But babe,
forms of
I
pain.
think it's true. I think it's
different
true.
forms
I'm
of
talking
pain.
about wait, I've looked at aunties. I've seen aunties, mothers.
100%,
And
babe.
don't get
I
me
know.
wrong, I'm not saying I've never seen a man hurt. You guys, that is not what I'm saying.
No, I
I
hear
do
you.
believe that women are more vulnerable. I believe women love harder. In the relationships
Yeah,
I've seen,
I
which
believe
is
that
a lot,
too.
I believe that women carry relationships more. Women put more effort in. So the point is, I never said don't
As
go
a
for love.
nurturer,
I never said don't go for love. But what I was taught when I was young was like love was obviously like love was number one. Then what he had to offer was second. I feel like women first should put the fact that he's financially stable and all that stuff.
I agree
first.
with you, don't get me
That
wrong.
First and then love.
Basically, you're saying don't be naive and just go for love. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
That's common. I think that's been the case since forever.
No, because
In
loads of
fact,
girls just go
excuse
for
me.
love.
No, Lani.
Loads of girls
But
just go
listen,
for love.
Hold on, but this
No,
is the thing.
excuse me, guys. I'm really sorry, but Lani, I disagree with you because if you actually look at it, I think what happened is that we went from forget love. I think if we look back, I don't like saying back in the day because I wasn't in back in the day, but based on what I know of history, once upon a time it was about functioning together. If you look at different cultures, you married, your parents picked your partner, so we cared whether you loved the guy or not. Number one. If you look at religious weddings where like religious.
Burning, so I'm feeling some type of way. If I was there, I'd poke her. Shit, she's burning, fam.
Religion, families will meet together and say whether this person works. Love has never really been the primary factor. Love is really just like obviously love exists.
I
but
believe in love. I
terms,
love love,
but in
so-
terms of love at first sight and picking your partner, all of these things are kind of like Western and in these cultures where
You're right.
you know the young people picked each other. So the emphasis has never been
Truth.
on love. It's never really been on love. Love is.
But it is
I
a
think-
foundation as
No,
well.
no, is it really? I don't think it's foundation. I think it's
trust.
something that we are accustomed to as Western kids, where it's
Facts.
like, oh yeah, oh my God, love of
Western
my
kids,
life.
I'm African, babe.
Hear me,
Let
you
me
know,
anyways.
now. But obviously, even our Africa, I don't want to go. I don't know
Yeah.
the history enough to really speak on it
Good
like
lad,
how
good
I'm
lad.
speaking. But what I'm saying is that I believe that a lot of this stuff is not. When you talk about culture, from what I know, a lot of people have arranged marriages. They have there's a lot of that stuff. So love was never really. Even if you look at English time, like Thatcher times, when you got the coal.
I get what you're saying.
When you have like the coal miners, the men that are going to war, and that it was about just functioning and surviving. We got to a point where people had a bit more money, and then it's like, okay, ooh, love, what do I fancy, and dating, all of that. And
Well, of course, naturally, as time progresses and society progresses and changes, the requirements, relationships are going to be different as well. You feel me? In the next 10 years, in our children's lives, I guess their idea of relationship and love and all of that would be different as well. Same way, give it maybe 100 years back or so. our parents' idea of love would have been different as well. We can only do our best to teach it forward and whatnot. But the circumstances, the environments that we're in, if they change, then naturally everything else around it's gonna change as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's like cool. It's not like it was back in the day. It is like it is now. But then the objective is to deal with it. Do you get me? Instead of being pained by it, look at it, understand it, and then learn how you can best deal with it moving forward. You feel me? Because I mean, you can't bring the old days back. You definitely can't do that. That's something you can't do. But what you can do is change how you respond to the modern day. You feel me?
And then it went back, and now are you crying?
Yeah, give her a moment, babe. Just carry on talking.
I just feel like we've gone back to a time where we're going back to a time now where it's like it's not just love, it's about a balance. So I don't think that it's never been about telling people just go for love. It's always been about a balance and making sense.
You know what it is? A lot of us, that's what I'm saying, like, we go through a lot of pain, yeah? And the only thing is, like, and that's why she's mostly speaking, you know, from her heart, because and she's getting passionate about it, because wherever I don't know, she might have been going through certain experiences in her life, hence why she's more passionate about women going through this and her seeing other women being broken and blah, blah, blah. But all I was trying to say is, like, sometimes if I'm speaking about my pain, it doesn't take away from your pain. That's basically what it is, yeah? From when I was saying in the beginning, it's very hard for us to have a good heart, like, in this cold world. Do you get what I mean? Like, because the world is a cold world, and sometimes we feel forced to kind of put this exterior to kind of...
But you're not. And unless you accept that you're not forced to, then you're not going to make a change, because you're going to then be powerless to other people's suggestions. You feel me? To the people that you love, the people that are close to you, the friends, your media, society, all of these influences are constantly on us. And if you don't empower yourself to say that, yes, I am, and even exercise it, as in practice going against what is because of what you want. You feel me? And once you can separate yourself from that, then you start finding more people who are doing that, and then we can actually get to a real place in this world where, you know, we're actually considering relations and all of that kind of stuff on a real level, not just on a superficial, like, top floor or even middle floor. We're going at the foundation of it, and we're dealing it from there. You feel me?
Kind of protect ourselves. You get what I mean?
Let me try and just give a little brief simplified version of my interpretation a little
Go
bit.
on,
like I said before, it's about knowing what the table is, right?
Yeah.
I feel like with me growing older, I've got to a stage where I realise how much I know myself, right? And I know you're very passionate about young girls and not getting taken advantage of, and I understand that completely, right? But the best way to protect yourself is to know yourself. Know your flaws, know your strengths.
Trust me.
Know what makes you tick, what doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
me, brother.
What you're vulnerable, what you're susceptible to. This is
What
what I
say? A chickadee, check yourself before you wreck yourself. A chickadee, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Big man ting. Bruv, that should be like a fucking printout. I'm sure it is, but people need to hold that one close, fam. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Nigga.
I believe men do throughout their whole life, like building up databases. Every relationship I get into, it's a database. It's an experience. So
that's right.
If I find a similar situation, danger. And we actually alert ourselves to the red flags. Do you get what I'm saying to you? I feel like,
bro, it's just common sense to a degree. You feel me? It's common sense. But I kind of understand it from the female perspective as well. You feel me? Because I understand the differences between us is our emotion as well. Men can make logical decisions, whereas women are more emotionally felt. Therefore, even if they come to a logical conclusion, their feelings can come in and just knock that out and have them go into a random direction based off the emotion rather than the feeling. You feel me? So I guess that's maybe why it's different, a little bit harder for man and woman, because of our different levels of emotion or emotional capacity. You know, like that.
a lot of women need to stop worrying about men, right? It's a balance thing, right? We're not going to do the same things. We're not going to feel the exact same way, but we both feel. Do you get what I'm saying to you?
Right.
And it's a balance, right? And understanding what your table is.
You know what, I was trying to share about it, but it's the hat, fam. The hat just it's 30. It's growing on me now. I'm digging it, fam. You get me? It's the like the lieutenant hat and that. You get me? I see it now, Lucas. I'm sorry, man. I never doubted you, my brother. You get me? You know like that. You know like that, bro.
finding the person that's going to sit at your table.
Complement
and
your
you're gonna
table,
share.
100%.
And understanding what your table is and finding the person that's going to sit at your table.
Complement
and
your
you're gonna
table,
share
100%.
your meal.
Yes, that's mature. That's sensical. If nonsensical is the synonym. You get me?
But outside of that, bro, we'll be sitting there for years trying to work out what
Yeah,
the
but
perfect definition of what love is and
But what? No, because obviously, like, I know you didn't mean it. I'm not
Sorry,
blaming
baby.
you. But like
Alright.
when he was talking about like women taking accountability, like I just feel like, don't get me wrong, I agree that people should learn like from their mistakes, right, and experiences and become stronger, but I just feel like sometimes there's no one cares too much to protect the victims. The way I was brought up like a Disney princess, right? And
That's probably the problem.
they are people who are vultures, and
Yeah, man, them, you have to understand, bro. That shit fucks up your youth in the long term as well. Do you know this Disney princess? And bro, please don't sell them on these stupid fucking stories that are just fucking bullshit, bro. Do you get me? Because it sets an unrealistic expectation. Just because you, her father, is gonna treat her like that doesn't mean another man is, or other men who come across her in a lifetime are gonna do that as well. And she needs to understand that, and she needs to expect it, and not expect them to treat them in this way or behave in that sort of way around niggas who are on the opposite type of energy. You need to learn how to manage that kind of behavior as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't just sell them this entire Disney princess shit because when the world just slaps them just in the jaw, unbelievable. They can't deal.
when they clock, for instance, that, oh, I swear your mum and dad don't
You're naive,
your mum and dad don't live here. Like, my mum and dad don't live in the UK. They live abroad. My dad works abroad, innit? Oh, what, you left in a big house by yourself? Oh, you're a bit naive. Oh, you'll have a big heart. Like, I'm not saying it's okay, but people will take advantage, yeah. And I know I'm not the only girl I know like that. Like, I know loads of girls like that.
I've been in
and
that position,
I don't
babe.
like. And at the end of the day, I just feel like sometimes you don't have as much sympathy for people who people have broken.
Of course. And to respond to what you're saying quickly, yeah, it's not even so much I don't have sympathy. I'm somebody that just looks at life a certain way, right? The harsh reality of it.
See, this brother, this is a man for you. You feel me? And someone who's got a logical mind on them. You feel me? And doesn't play around with all the wishy-washy in between bits. You get me? Like, man says, what's the problem? What's the solution? Let's go direct to the solution. Let's not fuck around in the emotions. Some people say, this is the problem, this is the solution, and then they get to go into it and it's like, oh shit, what's that? Oh, what's going on here? This is nigga. That's not in this journey. That is none of your interest. The journey, the purpose of it is to get from A to B. The in between is just a journey. Do you get me, fam? And a man can understand that. You feel me? And go from A to B, regardless of what happens in between. But sometimes for women, I guess the in-between is the emotions and all of that kind of stuff that get in the way and all that kind of stuff. But my man, he knows it, and he knows it correctly, fam. It's problem, resolution, do that. You get me?
This life isn't going to be fair to you, right? You can be the nicest person in the world and you can protect yourself all you like, but the essence of who you are.
But some people don't know.
And that's not for you to worry about those people, is what I'm saying to you.
But we have a platform.
Hear me out. I'm saying, use your platform to speak positivity.
Yes.
To speak the things that you are doing.
Exactly.
You get your money. So why do you need to talk about using a dude, right? Then you're now teaching the next girl to use a dude when you're actually getting your money, right? Yeah, you can pick and choose, but you've built a database. Hear me out. You've built a database to get to that place now where you can pick and choose. Whether, okay, yeah, he's got kids, boom, I can use that.
I was talking about a certain type of guy.
That's what I'm saying, but you've been experienced now to know the different types of guys.
Yeah.
At 18 years, when you was young and you was vulnerable, living in that big house, you wouldn't have had that experience, is what I'm saying, right? You wouldn't have known what
We
kind of
only
guy.
have 30 minutes. You have to understand that it's like we have 30 minutes. Like, how sometimes what I'm saying gets misconstrued, but at the end of the day, all I was saying is the men out here who are cheaters and have guap, use them. You know.
Don't get twisted. I'm gonna stop pausing it. Don't get twisted though, innit? Yeah, a conversation like this is not easy to have in, especially 30 minutes. You get me? Because these are very deep subjects in it, yeah, that have a mad string of connective causes and effects and things that you'd have to go through to actually get sort of a final result or conclusive sort of opinion on the matter. Do you get me? And really and truly, even us as the audience, as we judge them, we judge from a very limited perspective because we don't actually know everything. You get me? Like I said, I came in here with a different perspective of who she was, but when I started hearing and thinking, expanding my thoughts about her, it's giving me a different perspective on her. But definitely from the first instance, how she comes across is what I take her for, which is what caused me to think of things in that way. But yeah, I mean, having these conversations and talking the truth and getting to the bottom of it, it does take a level of vulnerability and whatnot, and it's not hard. So man, rate these up for getting up there and talking their things. You feel me?
Don't fall in love with them.
And as a man, right, hearing you.
I hear
right,
that.
What's wrong with
I hear what she's saying.
And I'm responding, right, as a man.
Men out here who are cheaters and have guap, use them. You don't fall in love with them.
And as a man, right, hearing you.
I hear
right,
that.
What's wrong with
I hear what she's
and
saying.
I'm responding
That's exactly
as
what
a
I
man
said.
that's hearing you and is sympathetic to how hurt you and what you've been through. I'm also saying, don't focus on those men because what you're doing is fucking up the other men
No, but that's
that
the discussion.
aren't like
I hear
that.
that. No, but we're having a discussion about the table and when
You're
girls
only
date
saying
and end
finesse
up a
the
nigga.
finesses. I
I'm talking
respect
about
that.
yeah, that's
Right.
what I'm
The
saying.
juggers.
I'm not
I'm
talking
saying,
about the man
and
in
that's
us.
what I'm saying, and I'm saying, you're a love girl. Stop worrying about the finesses because
Especially
you're
if
not
you
going to
can't
find
handle
love
it.
I
worrying
don't
about the
finesse
finesses.
people. I know, but we're having a
But what you-
discussion about
that's what I'm saying, she
I
doesn't
don't
do the finessing,
I
she
don't
gets finesse.
I don't
Yeah.
finesse men anymore because I used to
Anymore.
date. I used to not anymore. I used to date rich guys though.
I used to books,
I
man.
used to date rich guys, and that all it brought me because I want to. The
Life
thing
is-
is, I want to settle down and get married, yeah. But what I realized that those men, even if they do want to marry you, they'll always cheat on you. Do you know what I mean? Because they are the money men. So then I realized I have to go get the money on my own, which is why I work hard now. However, if a woman is okay, and we've met girls who don't care about being cheated on, like Ikra. If a woman's okay with that, then go get your
I'm not
money,
speaking-
boo.
But you know when you're
I'm
talking,
just speaking, sorry, quickly, yeah. I'm just speaking
But
generally.
there's nothing wrong with it.
Listen, I'm just speaking generally for women in general, right? You are put on this planet to be able to do what you want, right? Get your money. That is a natural, we all get money. This is what should be the natural thing. This is how we live day to day. So if that's the bone of your contention, when you're looking
that's
for,
your mantra.
like, then we have a problem here because that goes without saying. You should be getting money.
But-
so why am I looking for a guy that is money orientated or doing this? Like, look for the things that sustain you.
the last thing, so I'm just saying, because it's the last thing I'm going to say, because what I took from what you were saying in terms of accountability, I'm talking more about some, like you said, looking within yourself, because we've been, as females, been through a lot of trauma, and I'm not saying that men don't go, like I said, we go through different
Really, bro,
pain.
you
It's
don't
just
get to
different
speak
types of
about
pain.
our trauma.
There's areas
Yeah,
of
well,
life,
shit,
you know,
guys
when
go through this
Nani was
episode.
talking about being in a
What did he say?
there's types of
about
pain.
our trauma.
There's areas
You know
of
what
life,
shit
you know,
guys go
when
through, there's
Nani was
nothing
talking
sit on
You
about.
have to just sit on it, bro. You have to, bro. Well, that's what's exciting about being a man, fam. You're just having to, I guess this could be taken out in the next way, but it's exciting to be able to go through shit and come out stronger. You get me? To know that, because I might today think I'm the shit. You get me? And it's something slaps me down, fam. And I go through that and I get over it, and I'm like, bruh. Man's pattern the next thing now. Man know how that thing's pattern now. You get me? And then it's like I feel stronger and I feel better. But not to say that the shit man goes through isn't a lot, man. And it doesn't sort of fuck with man. But same time, it feels good to overcome. You know, like that. I mean, he's just a conqueror spirit, fam. But I don't know. It always feels good once you come out the end of something and you feel better. You get me? But going through it is shit. I'm not gonna lie, fam.
About being in a home, there's areas of life that women go through, like even the whole rape culture, all of that men can't identify or understand.
The
But
same way.
in the same way
Just one of
that
them.
men, that's all I can't identify or understand.
The
But the
same
same
way.
in the
Look at the side eye. This guy, bro. Look at the side eye.
same way.
Hey, this nigga funny. Oh my days, cuz. Hey.
Just one of
that
the
men,
love, but
that's
we-
all I was
we
basically
don't
trying to say.
get no
Different
love,
areas
we're
of
not
pain.
meant to love.
However,
Don't worry, General. It's okay. We are fine. We are fighters. That's what we do.
at the same time, when we talk about accountability, I'm talking about more of a heat.
And I feel like, yeah, same time, like, man, the big man thing, like, obviously, like, the girls and that, they do all the talking, the emotional things and whatnot, innit? And I'm not saying as men, it's definitely positive and healthy for you to find brothers or people who you can, you know, unload and tell and speak about things to in it, yeah. But at the end of the day, you gotta remember that it's our role to keep shit pushing. Yeah? So obviously, deal with your mental health and, you know, have someone close that you can speak to and whatnot. But at the end of the day, just know that no one is really here to help you, because no one can help you apart from you. Do you get it? Because no one knows your problem in its entirety, with all the experience of it and everything around it, like you. Do you get me? I can offer you a solution on your problem, but I've only seen one, not even a quarter of it. Man's only seen the surface of the tip of the iceberg of your problems. You get me? So really, my advice to you would be limited, whereas you know you've lived the entirety of it. You get me? So your advice to yourself and you dealing with the situation is always going to be much more effective than me. And that's what I'm just saying. Innit? Expect that regardless of what you're going through and whatnot, it's up to you to become better than it. And man up, nigga. You get me? Go out there, conquer, beat that shit up, win. You feel me? Don't get your ass kicked by problems, fam. You get me? And don't take that shit personal, fam. Whenever a problem come and knock you down, bro, take that shit personal. Go back with a vendetta, bro. Kick him motherfucking in his face, bro. So you done, bro. You can't stop me. And then keep it pushing. You get me?
Thing.
Yeah.
We have to start learning how to heal, and the first step to healing is looking at ourselves, refocusing ourselves, looking at the red flags, and really learning from like life experiences. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I'm just basing my closing statement off this modern day society, London, metropolis's Western society. I do agree with you, Lani, actually. If you put it in that context where you're saying the men who are cheaters, the big men who are moving a certain way, if they want to play a game, play the game away and find a way to score. If that's how you score, I'm a very liberal guy, so I agree with you.
Sorry, let me just one last point on this, but I feel like she's gonna bring herself more pain, because then the niggas who then come to move to her after she's been clouted up will have that image of her, so then they'll carry that in their interactions with her. You feel me? Like, for example, me before this interview, I feel like if I boxed Lani, I probably wouldn't want much to do with her, because of what I've seen and shit. You get me in it, but understanding her now, I feel like, or I say understanding, but getting a better picture of her now, I feel like, yeah, I'd be inclined to have a conversation with her. You get me? And yeah, just be nice and cordial and understanding, instead of whatever prejudice that was in my head based off what I'd seen of her from her public image. You get me?
To that extent.
But yeah.
But I do agree with what Lucas is saying. In terms of what we're projecting to the masses, don't make that the priority. The primary goal should not be to finesse or, you know, money, bad bitch shit. The primary goal should be as good a life as possible.
But rappers have been doing it
Excuse me. Forget
You're a rapper,
rappers
you
not
judge.
your average man.
I know, but rappers dictate
Of
how
course,
society
You're a
you're
fucking
absolutely right,
rapper.
but I'm not trying to start a new debate. No, they don't dictate how society moves.
They do.
No,
Okay,
Lani, chill. We're wrapping up. But basically, what
Anyway.
you're saying, you're right. Listen, there's a part of what you're saying that's right, but they don't dictate society. They dictate pop
Men are
culture.
here to
Pop
love,
culture is
but
not a
not to be
reflection of
loved.
true society. It's popular
That's
culture,
how
but it's
I'm
not.
saying
It's a certain pocket of society. However, I agree with you
Wait, what
that
you say, general?
it's
Sorry,
that
sir.
they
Continue.
dictate pop
Men
culture.
are here to
Pop
love,
culture is
but
not a
not to be
reflection of
loved.
true society. It's popular
That's
culture.
Men are here to love but not be loved. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Men can definitely be loved, but it's the same struggle, in it, that women are struggling to find man. Man is struggling to find woman, because we're all in the middle of shit. We're all in the middle of a lot of a mass. The way our culture and our society is, it's not pro-human, basically, and thus as humans we suffer in it because our needs, our wants are not being met sufficiently enough. That we need. To get me? So it's not Lani's fault, it's not this girl, it's not that girl, it's not my man, it's not bruv, it's no one, bruv, like really and truly. That's why when I say a level 5 problem, like a 5th floor problem, it means that you chatting about what's going on the 5th floor isn't as powerful about what's going on in the foundation. You feel me? Because if we deal with those problems, then you don't need to worry about the fucking 5th floor. Because if the foundation shit, you can fix up the 5th floor as much as you want, but if a one wind comes to you, bro, you're crashing. Do you get me? So the problem lays in the foundation. The problem isn't the Lanis and the Lucases and all of these things that they feel is as a result of the foundation being shit, rather than them being shit people or handling it in shit ways. Do you get me? Like it's the foundation. It's the foundation, man. It's the foundation. Yeah.
But it's not. It's a certain pocket of society. However, I agree with you that
Lucas is pained. Even Lucas is pained. Look at the pain when you say "fuck it." We are here to be loved. We are here to love, but not be loved. Fuck it. Pains. I would just say, Lucas, reorientate the way you see that. I guess because you sound pained by it, but man, my bro, it's still a fucking living, innit? You get me? More challenges. You just have to get better, fam. You have to love the idea of constantly growing and getting better. You feel me? And then you learn that life is sensational, fam. Because it is. Majority of the time, it's sensational.
express that, being powerful, whatever, but the primary goal should not be to.
He's burning. What's going so burning?
What you're saying, which
It's
is
a cycle. Because
I
then it's a
understand why they
cycle.
started it.
okay.
So there's nothing we can do.
Anyway, big
They
new
started
tune
it.
from Lani, Big Money Boys.
Like I said quickly, men are here to love, but not to be loved.
Hey.
I love you.
Since when?
No, that's not the closest. I don't agree with that one. All right, I don't agree with that.
Deep it.
I don't agree with that.
Men are here to love, but not to be loved. I'm telling you that now. That's how women think, bro.
Nah, man, but big man thing. Large apologies, innit, yeah? Because really and truly, innit, yeah, there's some real, genuine emotion there, you feel me, innit? And as much as man's laughing and man's even clowning certain aspects of it, innit, yeah? Man have to honestly say that man respect it, you get me? Because those are out there speaking their truth, you get me? And really and truly, we can't really chat shit and judge or anything because we don't know their lives, you feel me? We don't know the details of their lives, you feel me? So really and truly, large up everyone for coming up and contributing to the discussion where I feel like lots was learned, you feel me? I felt like I learned from it, you get me? So I appreciate that, at least, you get me? Large up Trend Central, this is what? Hot Desk Season 2, Episode 6. So there's more. This is the first video I've done of Des, but I thought let me just jump in at the top, baby. This one came out 5 days ago. But boom. Let's get it. Alright, if you enjoy the content in it, yeah, make sure you smash that like button in it, yeah, and bang it up for the boy, yeah. And make sure you subscribe, come back here if you want me to react to some other stuff, if there's some give my insights and whatnot to some other videos, send them in the link below, or you can't even inbox, man. You can't even, yeah. Follow me on Instagram, RAYUP2Infinity, you should get it, and then boom, I'm gonna see you guys on the next video.